What up, everybody, on this Sunday, March Madness Sunday? But this is the Iceman and the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel once again. And let's talk about professional wrestling from back in the past compared to now. To me, it's totally two different entities because, when I grew up, and in the 70s, when I started and was able, you know, due to TV provisions to watch wrestling, as time went on, I got to see a little more. But there was the old triple WF. And then all of a sudden we had AWA wrestling, we had WCCW wrestling out of Texas, we had NWA wrestling, but it was a lot of territorial days, and those to me were the funnest times to watch. Only for the simple fact is it was very hard to watch a show because we didn't have cable. Cable wasn't even around in the beginning, and you had to watch whatever was on a over the air channel. And it ooh, wow, it was discouraging, but it also made it so you did not get overflowed in the mind with a lot of professional wrestling. And then when cable came around and whatnot, and NWA ended up selling, the Crockett's sold to Turner. Vince McMahon took over for his dad, and it was, WCW, WWF. We still had WCCW and AWA, but Vince took care of pretty much the latter two. And we also eventually in the 90s had ECW with Paul Heyman, and Vince took care of that as well. So sooner or later, we were down to WWF, WCW, and then after WCW, to this day, I don't know what happened with them, but they had a great run. They almost took out WWF, but they didn't. They ran them amok for 83 weeks, held ratings. Ratings back then were like in the eights. It was ridiculous. But in 2000, what was it, 2001, 2002, 2001, in March, WWE played a move where Shane McMahon bought out WCW, and that was a cool movement, but it didn't last for long, and then it was all WWE. But then Ring of Honor emerged, and then TNA, Total Nonstop Wrestling, emerged. And, at the time, nobody was competitive with the WWE, and it took a while. Ring of Honor did their thing, And, they became very viewable. A lot of people went to their shows, but Total Nonstop Action also emerged big time. And then it got to the point where in 2010, once Bischoff and Hogan, who sort of destroyed WCW, came in to TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, they decided to go up against the WWE. I always thought it was a bad move. To this day, it was a bad move. But that's all in hindsight. Impact Wrestling is still around. Ring of Honor is now got a new life with AEW, and bringing in AEW. That is a new promotion with Tony Khan running the helm. But you got to look at it this way. We got WWE, we got the Raw and SmackDown shows. We got AEW. They have Dark Elevation on Monday. They have Dark on Tuesday, both on YouTube. Wednesday, they have AEW Dynamite on TBS. Thursday, it's the Ring of Honor Club, which you can watch online. Friday, they have SmackDown. And then you got 2 days, unless there's a pay-per-view. And quite honestly, with all the other littler promotions, which we didn't really have in years past, there's so much wrestling to watch. And a lot of people are saying, well, why does WWE still get good ratings on Monday and Fridays? Well, they do because they've been around forever. And they have established a group of followers that probably will never leave. Now, I think Dynamite has a good enough show to even equal out Raw and SmackDown, but it hasn't happened. And that's just, honestly, that's just the way it is. They've only been around 4 years, and let's face it, if they stay around somewhere down the road, I think they will be a huge number 2 show. Right now, they are second. And a lot of people are trying to say, well, now Ring of Honor, because they have more people in their arena, is bigger than Impact Wrestling. Ring of Honor, I don't, Impact Wrestling, they got the shaft. Once they left Spike TV, which they were doing 2+ million viewers for the most part, they went to a number of different small networks, and they could not relive that viewing audience. But they've gone through ownership after ownership, and now that Anthem owns them, they don't spend a lot of money, I know that, but Impact is still around. So the wrestling business, to me, there's way too much content on all week. And quite honestly, I think me, like many other people, there's many other interests, like March Madness, which is going on right now, both men and women. We have hockey, we have the NBA, Major League Baseball, World Baseball Classic is going on. And then we have spring training in Major League Baseball. There's just so much going on, and you can't expect people to watch 5-6 nights worth of wrestling every week when there's a lot of other better sports going on. That's my opinion. This is the Iceman and the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel. You people, peace out. We'll see you next time.